Trying to come sit down. She's trying to record something. Can y'all just settle somewhere, please? Yes. Y'all go over there now. She's trying to record. Go. G, we're over here.
She said she don't care.
He wants to go in the house and do what? Oh, okay.
Okay, Mama, I'll just pause it for a second.
Okay, yeah.
You not even. You get the ball over there.
I need to understand. Ms. Floyd, you gotta get it because I don't know. Hold on one second. Okay. I need your face. I need your face. You did it, Ms. Floyd?
Yeah, you doing it in segments or what?
No, I need to make it in your phone. You can do clips and you put clips together and make an intro and write on it and stuff.
It's not a face to face, not face to face.
It's just gonna be an intro.
I can add comments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's
Okay.
like this. Hit clips and then you
Do a speech of just type in.
you put like a new project. Put a new project and then you can add all your pictures and stuff and write on it.
Tonight.
Oh, tonight that was just an intro I just did.
And so that's you finished.
No.
Shit, I'm gonna tell my music.
Come on.
Ah.
Come on, waiting on Mama.
Well, what about the rest of them?
They're coming. They're waiting on Mama to come out. I know. Look inside the. Maybe I'll put it inside because I remember moving it. Because I didn't want the animals to get in it. Maybe I put it inside the dining. I mean, inside of there. Did you move it? Oh, she already asked you about the bag.
Well, what?
Her it was a bag that was left by the.
Nah. On the bag, I moved the one. Walk right up there. I moved that 2 or 3 times. You want to put that screw down right quick before you see it?
It's already set up like exactly where I need it to be. So. I like this flower, these flowers. The lights in them.
You like those
Take 'em.
flowers?
Mhm.
You like those? I was gonna plant some stuff around there this summer. Monkey grass or something around the edges. I was gonna put a tomato on that big one. Just put some color on it. Really big one.
I didn't want the animals to get to it, and I was like, let me put it in. You ready for me to grill you, Mr. Floyd? No, I'm kidding.
I'm jamming.
You can play your music till we get started.
Uh,
You can play your music till we get
I
started.
don't get this damn thing messed up again. Just playing it by earring.
Oh, just time to go to your Bluetooth and turn it to the thing. Go to
So
settings.
I got Hancock as well.
Settings.
Setting.
Now you see Bluetooth.
It's gonna turn up.
No, turn it to your
Like this. Okay. Wait a minute. Turn
now
up.
hit the speaker that you want. You see you go into the Bluetooth.
Oh, I just turn up. Okay.
Now turn it back on,
Let's see.
and the speaker should come up, and just tap the speaker if it doesn't connect to it automatically.
Still saying. It's a it's no.
Now try it. Now try it.
Try what?
Try to play it.
Type reverse speaker.
It came up when I did that.
Earphones or songs.
I put it on speaker.
Okay. Now.
Try to play something?
Uh,
Try to play something?
yeah. Come on. Dramatic. Yeah. Started by every set of people. Sounds good.
There, finally done.
Are you interviewing?
No. Oh, the tall boy speaker.
No, talk about the Duke hand. This is ISOP, whatever it is.
All right, hold on. Try it. All right, you guys ready? No, come on.
So what's going on?
She's making a movie, man. It's Oprah.
Oh, she's making a movie.
Not
We're
Oprah.
gonna talk.
Making a.
Well, ain't telling no stories tonight, bro.
Come on, Darby.
But you get it's audio visual.
You use that audio visual.
That's cool. You don't have to be in it.
It's Oprah.
No worries.
You want a jazz background or what?
Now I'm gonna tell you guys.
You want some conversation, not just.
I think I can't see you.
You need to do.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys, Mama has done my podcast with me. So welcome to my podcast, and thank you guys for joining me. Mama has done my podcast with me a few times, so I know you guys are nervous, but don't be nervous. I'm not here to put you on the spot or anything like that. I just, I started this podcast after I went through my mental health, like challenge or whatever. And I figured like our family is like pretty dope, and that like we can use our story to help others. So like everyone has their own story. So I just kind of like wanted to introduce you guys tonight, and then like invite you guys back to like film with me. And then like tonight, you can just say whatever you want to say on your heart. I wrote a few questions. It's just pretty much to introduce you guys, introduce my family, because they see me, but they don't see you guys a lot. And they don't know my story. Like I don't really tell my story. And I feel like this family kind of needs to heal. So like, this is kind of how we've been doing it. And as you can see, Mama opens up more now and she talks about her story. So it helps, you know, to kind of just talk about it. It will be like for everyone to see. So it is on like a YouTube channel and everything. So, you know, whatever you guys feel.
Man, I don't like them things.
I know. I saw this was
Don't think that they run into you and they stick on you and they fall all over you.
you quick. I gave you
As
that.
you can see, definitely don't like bugs.
I was waiting.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
so I just definitely think that we can like help the community and, you you know what I'm saying, with our stories. So that's kind of why I started it. And then like we've all had our own mental health like journeys and whatever. So I just figured we can use it, you know, and help others basically. So tonight it's just pretty much an introduction to my family, you know, and just talking to you guys. Like, so don't be nervous or anything.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. So like I wrote a few questions, but you can definitely just chime in and like share your stories and like all of that. Like it's like non-judgmental, like we're not here to like judge or like point fingers. We're here to heal, you know, talk and, you know, so that we can teach our generation how to communicate and keep their families and, you know what I'm saying, not be so overwhelmed like we are, because we were taught not to communicate. We were taught what happens in this house stays in this house, you know what I'm saying? So, and we definitely communicated more with our hands than our mouths. So like, and I think that we were taught to kind of keep, you know, everything in, you know, men were taught to be men, you know, like don't speak about what you know, take it, like don't communicate, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, just share your best memory, I guess, of like growing up and like, how was it for you? Like, did you enjoy it? Like, what everybody can like go around like, and like, it's like Black History Month and like Black men were killed and everything. So you can give an experience of like growing up in Memphis, like did you like experience racism or like whatever, you know, you can just tell like something about growing up with mama or like whatever that like you experience and like what's like your fondest memory, I guess, of us growing up. When I just say it, like what comes to mind? Like what's your best memory of us growing up, Maurice?
I don't know. I don't too much think a whole lot. I don't know. You know, mama was always fun and funny, but I don't know, Mom. I don't have those. I don't know about best friends. So many memories, bro.
Yeah, what's the one that like comes to mind?
I got so many memories that I don't remember. Right off the top. Word. No, this is somebody on your best memories. I don't have no best memories. I don't know, Bones. I remember in Altadena, right? I was outside playing with my big truck, right? On a little bit. Mama had that car outside. I got in that car.
Yeah.
I put that clutch down and rolled back. Right. Right. I don't know how young I was that happened. How young was that?
You were pretty young, probably what, 5?
About 5 years old.
Real funny. Wayne along the porch.
And then what happened after that? I didn't hit nobody. Right?
No, you backed the car down and ran all the way across the street.
Yeah.
To this back. Remember?
And almost hit like a gate or something, right? Yeah. Yeah, I remember. It wasn't I in the car with him. Or was I standing out there?
You was standing outside. You was always when I was doing something stupid. But you used to just look at me.
I was a baby. What did you want me to do?
You just look at me like, hey, get the ball to that one.
Did you get a whooping?
No, did I get a whooping, Mom?
No, but the thing of it is that Big Tony tried to catch the car.
Yeah.
Because you were in the car. You had the door open, driving backwards. So he's running, trying to catch the car to stop it. He winds up falling and kind of got it, you know, hurt was great when he hit the fence.
Yeah.
Because Maurice was everybody's favorite.
Yeah. Did he get hurt?
No.
No. Okay.
He get hurt, he got out to the same stupid stuff he just did shot, man. And me and Mama have talked about like how it was for her, like giving birth to like all these boys and like having this hard time as a woman, like for her, like you can tell your own story, Mama, but like how you were kind of like.
You bring me in later, I guess.
I'm coming around. So you eager to speak?
No, baby.
He don't like to hear that I had a past life.
No, that's definitely not the point. It's just I know you will get graphic. And, you know, we'll go ahead. Okay, maybe I spoke out of turn, but you know.
It's okay, Miss Floyd, that's what this is about.
Yeah, speak on it.
Yeah, so she definitely talked about like how she had these boys and how like people kind of looked down on her for having all these kids, and how that's how pretty much why she moved out of California. Out of Memphis.
Well, that wasn't the reason I moved
Oh,
out.
okay. I was like, don't let me tell your story.
Because it was either hot or cold. There was no in between.
Okay.
And I just hated it.
Okay.
I just wanted to go. And then, of course, after Dwayne was born, he was born with sickle cell trait. And the doctor had told me that a warmer climate would be better for his health.
Uh-huh.
And so that's when we moved this.
Okay. And you moved to Oakland first, right?
Moved to Oakland, California.
And who did you all have at that point?
Just the 4 boys.
He was there?
No, Big Tony.
Oh, Big Tony, Dwayne, Sam, and Darby. Okay.
Darby was the baby.
And it was what year?
Girl, I don't even know.
Was that during the Black Panther movement and everything like that?
Yeah, it was toward the end of that.
Okay.
Not toward the end of it, but it was during that time,
Uh-huh.
you know, the Angela Davis movement where yeah, it wasn't Black Lives Matter, it was
Back crowd.
uh
Okay.
oh anyway,
But it's okay. Like, was it like rough growing up with 4 boys though in Oakland? Like, was the environment like? What did you
No,
live
it
in a
was
big
like-
house, or did you live in a small apartment? Like, what was it? Because we weren't there, so.
525 East 25th Street. It
Mhm.
was right across the street from a very beautiful park. And it was a gorgeous house, but it was made into an apartment. And I had the downstairs apartment.
Okay.
And I got a job in Berkeley, California.
Mhm.
And it was nice. It was really nice. It was toward the end of the Vietnam War, and they were moving a lot of refugees into that area. And so it was a lot of racial
Yeah.
tension.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
So,
we moved south.
okay, and that's when we went to San Diego or San Diego
Yeah, we went
or Anaheim.
Yeah, we went to Los Angeles County, Pasadena.
Okay. And then that's when he was born. Okay. And so your boys tell a story of, the youngest one that you had at the time.
Maurice was born.
You were born. I was
Yeah,
born in
that's right.
Memphis.
Yeah. Don't say you. They kept under that. That's when Reese was born.
Yeah, so Darby was your youngest boy at the time, and they tell the story about how they were, I don't know, about a lake or something, and how they all fell in or something, or Darby fell in or something. Was that
No,
in,
that was in
oh,
Memphis.
that was in Memphis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but moving on. G, you grew up in Memphis and Mr. Floyd, are you originally from Memphis? You're originally from San Antonio, Texas. So how was it for you, like growing up? Was it like?
Well, it was kind of difficult. My mother died that night. And my father, I was told, he showed me at the hospital in a big old trench coat and brought me to Arkansas. His mother. And then that's when he met my stepmother. And they raised me up, and I got 5 or 6 sisters in Texas that I see. I don't know where they were at this time.
So when you talk about your mother that passed, you're talking about your grandmother? Or your real mother? Okay.
In that years.
And I know you had your whole mental health challenges or whatever.
Yeah, house I lost. At first I lost my father. He went to Texas. He was on his way to Texas to meet his father. He was in the hospital. But one to die. And what happened, a drunk driver hit him. And I can't make it to the hospital. 6 hours down. 11, 12 years old. Was killed in Hope, Arkansas on his way to Texas. I was a farmer's man.
Okay. Yeah. And I guess we didn't, our brothers they were in and out. Like,
Well, I still love my pops. He was there or not, he's still my pops. Regardless.
okay. You
You
don't
said
think,
you want to beat up.
Oh, no, okay.
I was
Like,
just kidding.
no, because he was trying to drive around with Bo's drunk. And I was like, man, just leave off for a little while.
that was at my graduation, my high school graduation.
Yeah, I don't think I was gonna beat the dude up. I was just, like, dude, you let me sit right around my little sister later, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's pop. Like pop, just sleep it off for a minute. Man, just relax for a minute, man. But he ended up, I guess, letting India drive. Because they ended up running to me at the mall.
Well, that kind of sound like how it went for me. My father was drunk all the time. And police stopped him all the time. And he had me in the car with him. And they'll stop me. And they said, oh, this outboard daughter is trying to get her daddy home. And he stayed in jail. He leave whenever he wanted to. He was a good mechanic. So when they see me, they just let me go get on. Because they said he's drunk and I'm gonna take him home.
Yeah. Do you think that the father issues kind of affected you guys growing up? Like, you think you have any daddy issues? Like from not being there? Or, I mean, of course your dad was there, you was daddy's girl, but like seeing him drunk and all that. Well, mommy issues for you since you didn't have. Did it take you a while to learn to be a woman? And Maurice, like, was it hard for you to like, did the streets teach you how to be a man? Or like, was it like, did you listen to, you know, you didn't listen to mama, but. Was your older brothers, I mean, is that like who was giving you the lessons or whatever?
Nah, those brothers never took no lesson. No, we just hung out. Basically just like any other brothers would. You know, me and Wayne didn't hang out really in San Diego. Probably every now and then, but most of the time it was not even me and Sam hung out like that. Most of the time just me and Darby.
Yeah.
You know, me and Darby was like the tightest ones out of all of them. It was just me and Darby.
Okay.
You know, and me and Darby was cool. But Sam and Wayne I was never hanging around like everybody was doing their own thing in San Diego. Everybody was in traffic. Everybody was doing their thing.
Yeah.
But you know, the Darby, somehow me and Darby just connected. You know what I'm saying? And so basically just me and Darby in San Diego. You know, every now and then I see Sam and Wayne hang around with them every now and then. You know, he'd swoop me up to walk down the street, Sam. But it was like connection me and Darby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now when Wayne moved to Memphis, then me and Wayne kind of connected a whole lot better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so now it's me, Darby's out here now, Darby, and now Wayne, me, Darby, Wayne, and Sam. Now we all get along a whole lot better since we're not in San Diego.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You think it was definitely brother rivalry and gang banging and like all of that. There was plenty of players. You think it was just different ages? I mean, it was
Big age.
yeah. I think it's just like more like different ages.
Right. You know, I guess when I was little, I won't hang around them, but like LC used to say, man, they're like, there's a little woo butt about here. You know, so
Yeah.
but Darby wasn't like that. You know, Darby was like a big brother. Anytime I had trouble with anybody, Darby would step in. You know what I'm saying? And if Sam or Drummond knew if Sam or Drummond knew I was in trouble, that would help out too. But most of the time, it was just me and Darby. We just connected like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now since Drummond and Sam moved to Memphis, and now we get along a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? There's more of a brotherly love out here now. So I'm older, they older.
Yeah.
You know, they don't come down. You know, we all kick back, and you know, it's more brotherly. It's more brotherly love out here than it was in San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mr. Floyd, how about you? growing up in the South, you say you're originally from where?
What do you want to know?
Where are you from originally?
I'm everything but Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
No, but
Mama
you know, I'm listening. I'm listening, and it's touching. You know, my biggest difference in this group is, and this is a group. You know, and see, I've had a lot of experience, and one of my experiences was my job was in one of groups. Alcohol dependent, drug dependent people.
Right.
Oh, that's
Facilitate groups.
no, I'm kidding.
Right.
So, one of the ones that did it. But the biggest thing, that, first of all, let me make my position known in his family. I married his mother, as all y'all was does.
Right, yes. Introduce yourself. I'm so
18,
sorry.
I think, 7, 18. So you all what does. So I didn't
Was I 7, 18? No, I was.
You were grown and
I was-
out of college and everything.
Well, you look like you was 18.
Thank you.
You were still a young girl. You know, a girl.
Yeah, I was.
And I had been married previously to the mother. So I didn't come in trying to be somebody's daddy.
I mean, okay, maybe it
Okay,
wasn't daddy, but it definitely wasn't friendly.
Wait a minute, but when I came in, I married your mama. That's her main. But see, I was the head of her life.
Yeah, and I think you have.
that made me not commission, but I put my opportunity that we owe each other respect for our kids, yours, mine, and ours. And
Yeah.
we were to love all of them. You know, it just took a but the thing that stood out most to me in this brief encounter here is that you all grew up without a father. I didn't. Home man is at home. The old man. Call him old man, because you know, I guess he was 50s. Well, when I was born. And when I get 17, 16, some years old, he was 60 or something. And I want to charge him. He was being the house. He didn't take no less on the candy man. And that's not one of my best memories, but one of the most memories I've been about him. But just the whole thing about growing up with a family. And I understand all of you. So there's something about a man being in the house. It's a psychological norm that at some point a male in the family without a father image, and he was a father image, it was known as Oedipus complex towards his mother. She's just another woman. Failed her. And it happened. But my old man, you know, he told me don't go to the dance room, like the backyard in the fence. I'm 16 years old. Messing up in school. I hate to say, who's familiar your pitch? Yeah. Well, this is black history. Right. When I like to transmit black history.
Okay, let me bring. Okay, I don't mean to cut you off.
But now, his stand was, if he told you something, that's where I am now.
Okay.
The Army didn't teach me nothing about discipline, because my old man taught me.
Right.
If I tell you don't go across the yard, that's what it meant.
Right.
And you know, he would have been at 6 o'clock, because he worked hard all day.
Okay.
6 or 7 o'clock, and he danced at 8 o'clock. What is it? Don't you go to work like one? Good night.
Right.
I'm in the backyard party. I'm a little girlfriend, and I'm 16 years old. Look up, I'm dead. Floyd, look with your daddy. What? So,
Okay, your mom was
I mean,
around too. So
man,
you grew up in a 2-parent household.
pardon me?
You grew up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah. And that, it's just something I want to bring to the forefront, because, you know, you were traumatized. In the room, my man drank like a fish. And he had this problem.
Okay, guess that's something we all have in common.
Like
Huh?
you say, what you say you remember about your dad was, he took you to his mother and his church though. Took you somewhere safe, brother, whatever he was doing. So that's what you learn about life. It's not, you know, getting philosophical now, but you know, it's just life is a journey, and the theme of this is supposed to be how families interact or grow. But you know, I think that you need a basic belief that you got your actions by. And that's religion, you know, not any kind of religion. I'm a Christian and I promote that. And if you just do people the way you want, treat people the way you want to be treated, and that'll take you for anything in life.
Yeah, but we've learned that when you're young and like when you're growing, you definitely make a lot of mistakes and you
learn
trip
from your
and you
mistakes.
fall, and that's how you learn how to treat people and things, because you try to treat people how you want to be treated, but when people aren't treating you the way that they, you know what I'm saying, that they would want to be treated, then of course
But
you
that's
react in a way, you know,
That's
and then,
philosophy.
so that's what we're trying to like learn to do better.
You treat
We're
them.
trying to learn to communicate better.
You treat them.
Yeah.
Now, don't mean the way, I mean, you treat them the way you want to be treated. But now, don't mean you're going to let them disabuse you. But, you know, you have to deal with reality as a reality. You can't just wish things in existence. You have to act on.
Yeah. You gotta wish them too, Mr. Floyd. Now you gotta have that.
You take steps towards your goals.
Yeah.
Okay, don't let me hog the show, Carl.
Yeah, and I know it's getting late and the kids gotta go to bed, but I want to say this to you. I didn't know that about your mother. And my heart breaks for you.
Yes.
My mother lost her mother at 4 years old. So she basically grew up with my stepmother.
I mean, see,
So I don't know your pain,
Yeah, we didn't know that.
but I feel it.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that it's okay. Your
But
mother is in a far, far better place. And you're gonna love her, you're gonna miss her and do it and cry and all that. But just know that I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
you know,
And I'm proud of you, the way you turn out. You've taken adversity as you have. You know, you've taken adversity. You didn't make lemonade, you made Kool-Aid. So, you know, you're not a sour grape person.
Yeah.
So that's important. Whether it was a one household family or parenting or two or none, it's important for you to know that you're special.
You see, it was surprising to me in this setting because, you know, I'm glad this is not Oprah, you know, where it is. But, you know, it is.
And the journey hasn't been easy. We're not gonna sit here and be like,
No.
it wasn't easy. Meeting Mr. Floyd, we definitely, everybody got into it, but we didn't know that he existed until wedding day. So it was a little shock on us, you know, as children, I guess not to be told, you know, that you're making such an important step, but I guess you always live your life like that. I mean, you go buy a house and you be like, "Ooh, my new house," you know what I'm saying? Like, so I guess it wasn't any different with him, but I guess we were older. So like when you do it when you're younger, it's kind of like, you know, but I definitely, we didn't know that about you. And I'm glad that you shared that with us. And I wasn't gonna look over it all. I was gonna bring it back because Mama had a similar story. And then I was gonna tell you that I lost grandma at the age of 5 too. So her has repeated, but I'm glad that it broke this generation.
You know,
Because you're still here, and that's like everything. And I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Floyd, that I was so upset. Like I was so upset. You have to remember, Mama told me, okay?
Did what? Told me to.
Mama told me the day that come here, we're gonna get married or whatever. She gave me the wedding dress. You know, I mean the bridesmaid dress. And when I put the bridesmaid dress on, my stomach was a little poofy, you know? And I sent Corey to the store and I'm like, you need to go get a pregnancy test. And we're hiding it from Mama like the whole time. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna see it in the dress so we're finding all of this out on the same weekend.
You told me that.
We're finding you out and then we're finding out that I'm pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't even tell my mom that weekend because I don't know. And we definitely have like our own issues with that. Like, you know, she's a traditional mom. So she wanted me to be married. And it kind of hurt because she didn't want to tell nobody, you know, and that it did hurt. Like, you know, and I did like realize later that it affected me because a lot of my men, because, okay, last night I had like a little thing with my brother or whatever. Okay, wait, let's go back to your mother, then I'll go back. I didn't want to skip over your mother. That is such an important journey. And we not had that particular situation, but I think Sam was also saying that, I don't know, they were saying that you almost passed away having Sam? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that's why when you said that, I went.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what people. Elias mentioned this to me sometime ago, but you know, I still just kind of. But you said that you met me, and then you because you know I'm getting married. We get married, and I met you, and your mom didn't want to know you was pregnant. And you didn't want her to know whatever it was, kind of girl stuff, whatever. What is this about or whatever? But you know, you were just looking so innocent even then. That's okay, you know. So you know, it wasn't. I was
But that's one of the things about my personality and like your personality. People take your sweetness and they try to like switch it, and you're like, okay, I'm being sweet because it's my personality, but don't take my kindness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a strong woman, and I got through all these situations. You don't even know, like, we didn't know your history. Like, you've been around us for how many years now? How old is E-Man? 13 years, and you know what, every time you said your mom, I really felt like she passed away at like sometime in your older age. Because you used to like your anniversary of your mom. So I thought like she passed away at like sometime like your older age. I never asked you. Because, you know, for me, I think it's touching for people. So I don't really, when people like, you know, if they want to open up and tell me, but I don't really like, when people tell me, like, I don't really try to indulge in their, you know, like push their story because I know how hurtful it is. And I know how hurtful, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to think about the day, you know, so.
Let me say this, and I'm finished.
But I'm not going to hold you guys too much longer.
Listen, see what you're doing, you know, right here is a group therapy. That's what therapy is about. Sit around and share like stories. There to be like stories, but understand somebody to understand and emulate with you. So, you know. Right, and this is basically what this conversation is about, because once you get to a deeper level and get behind your pain. I don't think it should be a public forum, but now that's the way people do things now. It's only a public forum so we can help other families, because our families have such amazing stories and we went through so much. I feel like if we tell our story, then people will open up and tell their stories and heal, you know, and talking through healing and us telling our stories.
And it is a human interest story, but it's because it's mental illness.
I mean, you know,
and so we're all dealing with our own mental illness.
Right.
And it all comes out in different ways, whether it's on your spouse or your, you know, your brother.
Has been taboo.
Well,
he's just crazy.
Right.
He just
And
crazy.
certainly I was labeled
He
that.
crazy.
You know, I was labeled.
And yeah, they call us all crazy, right? G, you've been
Crazy.
called crazy because when they don't understand us, when men are hurt and they're hurt that we can't love them because of whatever we're going through, that's the first thing they go to. They prefer to call us crazy than to get us help, than to try to understand us. Oh, she must not be the one because of how she's reacting to what I did, but then they don't want to take responsibility for what they did. You know, and that's like what we have to get to. Everyone has to take responsibility and own up for their part in every relationship because of how you treated me. And maybe I didn't react, you know, the right way, but maybe we have these conversations, like we're around each other. We've definitely had our differences, you know what I'm saying? But if we never talked.
Differences battles.
They were intense.
I used to teach reality therapy. First thing about reality therapy is being responsible. Are you responsible? Are you responsible? Are you responsible for yourself?
But it takes people time to get there. Sometimes people don't even know that they need to be
That's why
responsible.
we
They don't
had
need
groups.
they don't need to know that they need to forgive. They don't need to know that sometimes even just telling their story, like maybe G never told us. Now that we understand this about her, it helps us to understand or even sympathize with you a little bit better when you're like, you know what I'm saying, popping off or whatever. Now we can be like, you know, like, damn, her beginning was, you know, wasn't, you know, so it being able to
talk about it.
Heartfelt, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say, you know, being able to
being able
Yes.
to accept it. She cried, that got rid of some hurt.
Let
That
me
was
tell
hurt built up in
you
her.
what a lady told me the other day, and it was so empowering to me. She said, I was at the doctor's office, as a matter of fact, she was a nurse. And she asked me what brought me and da. We got to talking and we exchanged some stories. And she said, see what happens when women talk to women.
because there's so much pain there,
Uh-huh.
but we're embarrassed. And the things that happen behind closed doors.
Are those cameras still on?
This one is, not that one.
I mean, you making movies.
We're making a podcast. This is what it is.
Oh, man, please.
And so when women talk to women, that's why I encourage you to keep doing this, because we have stories, we have deep hurts,
Yeah.
and only another woman will understand.
Yeah.
Men will
Well, I
react.
guess I'm excused then.
Men will react,
Like
but
this.
another woman will understand and relate.
Exactly.
So I can relate.
We've been through the same hurt.
Yeah.
We've been through the same pain. Maybe it wasn't the same situation. Maybe it wasn't the same outcome, but we can relate to that deep felt pain. Like you, I can't relate. Gee.
Let me say this.
Gee, I can't
Let me
relate
say this.
to like losing my, because, and I don't even like to speak things like that into existence, but I can relate to losing a niece, a nephew, you know what I'm saying? Like I can relate to losing a lot of people at an early age, because we grew up in a gangbanging life, because we grew up in a hard environment, and because I was so younger, and my mother's siblings, they wasn't like old enough to like pass away, but they were older enough to me to start having complications. And now it's only you and Uncle Earl left, and you have
It was fine.
5 siblings. Yeah, so I can relate to, like, I can't, you know what I'm saying, but I can relate to that deep hurt of losing that loss. You know what I'm saying?
Like me, I'm gonna tell you, like I lost my father. That's my father. I lost auntie. That's my auntie. I lost my mother. That's my mother. I had found my brother, so he mixed me and my brothers. And we had a wife, she was in Lima, and she was giving me benefits. And after he passed, they called me to the hospital. They said, come on, we need to get here. I got there, right? Sitting right on his stretcher, I said, take it. So I went home after this, after that. It was, look at me. My whole family got me. Maurice got me to the hospital at the nick of time. So I don't come back.
It's hard.
You know, emotion is not a
And I'm
gender
happy
thing.
that you survived it, and I'm happy that you're here to tell your story because you're gonna help other women, you know, and we've had it a little hard, you know, but we don't talk about it. We endure it, we were taught to endure it and keep it moving, you know what I mean? But I'm glad that we're able to sit here and share, you know, these moments. Like, it's helped me to understand you a lot better, you know? And even my mom didn't start really opening up to me about her stories until she started seeing my pain. And she started realizing that her keeping her stories away from me didn't help me, but hurt me, because I was trying to live up to this perfect person. I was trying to live up to be you, because how could you have all these kids and I have one and I can't even equal up to you, you know? And then so when she started sharing her stories with me, you know, and the more that people talk to me, the more I talk to them, the more they open up to me. And that's what helped me to realize that this conversation was so necessary, because everyone's not gonna go to therapy. No one's really gonna go to therapy, but everyone needs it a little bit. Even if you don't need therapy, you just need to tell your story. When I went to my therapist, she said that my biggest problem is I need to tell my story, and I need to validate myself and make sure that, like, I appreciate the small accomplishments, the fact that I had a child, she's healthy, you know, the small accomplishments that we don't pat ourselves on the back for, the fact that you took in your grandchildren, like, you know, like, that's something to be proud of, you know what I mean? Like, and we don't do the fact that you took in your grandchildren, you know, it's like, it's something to be proud of, you know, and we look at it like it's just something we're supposed to do, you know, but really, you know, those are things that people say, doing a good job, you know what I mean? Like, but we don't do that enough. So we end up with all this hurt and pain and feeling like we're alone, or we don't have this understanding, or the people around us don't, but we don't even know to, you know, to have that understanding. We don't know. We can't read minds, but everyone feel like everyone's a little bit of a mind reader. Like, no one wants to really talk about their pain, you know, because I'm gonna get judged, or it's embarrassing, or like whatever, or I don't want these people to know about it because I don't want them to use it against me. That's really, I think we just don't trust people, because people have taken that, those intimate moments and took them and hurt us with them.
Right.
So we start closing up, and we're like, well, we're not gonna give this information because they're gonna just take it and use it against us.
Right.
Really, when they get upset, hurt, mad, or angry, you know, which is just hurting people, you know, so, yeah.
And along those lines, I don't like questions.
Exactly.
I don't like questions. Don't ask me a question. If I live my life on a regional basis.
Private.
Yes, very, very.
I'm private too.
Very, very. And so
And
I
that's
don't
one
like
thing that
questions,
irritates
and I
me.
don't like questions, so I don't ask questions. Then you respect the fact that I don't ask you a question. Respect the fact, don't ask me a question. And so I'm trying to readjust,
Yes.
you know. And a question is not bad. But to me, it's an invasion
Yes.
into my space.
I can see that. Yes.
Yes.
For me
So,
too.
yeah.
Some questions, yes, for sure.
So, but when you do this, and you can sit down and you can talk, and you can ask me a question, and I can ask you a question. I can ask you a question. And I don't feel like, because when questions have been asked to me, it's been so negative.
Yes.
I was that backwards child. I was the one that wasn't supposed to succeed.
Yeah.
That was me. So don't ask me a question, because you get into it.
You were the underdog.
Yeah, I was the underdog.
You
And I was
still
a
got
person,
that complex.
and I was a person that everybody looked down on. So I became an overachiever to prove everybody wrong.
I do that.
So, but when you ask me a question, I feel it's not a question, but a judgment. And I take an offense to that immediately.
Yes.
You know
And
what?
so
I still,
I don't ask questions, but I realize I need to.
Yes.
I need to ask a question.
And not to cut you off, but what I learned through my healing is that when we do that and we take that offense, sometimes it is good to like, you know, reflect and then go back to that person
Investment.
and kind of have the conversation again, because, you know, like it was a trigger for you and you probably didn't even know that you had this trigger, or even like probably talking to me now, probably like how it brought tears to your eyes. You probably realize in that moment, like, God, I've been doing like this like my whole life, you know, and it's like keeping me closed off a little bit.
You
know.
For you. You do that to me now. That
I
irritates,
do that too.
irritates the hell out of me.
I do too.
And I just eat it.
Maurice, come here real quick. We're gonna wrap up.
I'm an alpha man. You know, I don't take charge, take that.
Well,
I said
I'm not
that.
welcome to take charge.
I know, but see, you pretty game.
I'm not the one.
Exactly, and I learned that from you.
You give me that false flag. I'm gonna help the girl. I'm gonna go with that man. I know you. Well, see,
You
when
have
you
to
get
keep a
that,
man. How you keep a man?
But see, the thing of it is that, and you have a right to that opinion, you know, and I appreciate that. But
that's my stance. It's not an opinion.
But I appreciate your stance.
You irritated me to the maximum tonight. But see, that's the way we do. But at some point, I said, wait a minute.
You're gonna have to leave that for the relationship show.
No, you wanted it? You can do
No,
it
I'm
all.
kidding.
The animation. Let's come over here with the animation. It's not the bad thing. It's not just saying.
You know your place, woman. But and Vera know, she know just as she'll take me that close, then she'll back off. But then if she take me that close, I just go over. But she know me, and I know her.
Oh,
But
you
she-
know I
See, there you go.
Girl, that's not the way you talk to your man.
All right, well,
I'm getting better, y'all. See what I learned it from. See,
Femininity training, I'm happy.
getting better, y'all. So.
We're to be meek and humble.
No, you
That's not what I was taught.
you can be compatible. Be compatible,
Yes, sir.
but realize I'm not compatible. On an equal playing field, just don't tell me nothing, ask me, but on an equal playing field, and always remember, God made man in his image, and so gonna make you a woman to help. I mean,
A woman to help her.
yeah.
And so we
I thought
became
he said horses
I don't want
and dogs.
to
Man, I thought that was an elephant was for her or something. To carry the load.
Let me go get Barry. Where's Barry?
Okay, so the kids got to go to bed. It's 10:30.
Okay, wait, let's wrap
What
this.
I need you to do is, I need you to do a male set.
Yeah, that would be good, and a
Yeah.
female one.
Mhm.
But it would be nice to have the
Camera.
whole family to kind of do this again real quick. But I did want to like end with this. So we have had some mental health challenges. We all said that, and Jean shared a very touching story. Maurice also has had some challenges the last couple of years, and we also, you know, want you to know that we're with you too, and you don't have to like go through it alone.
I'm going through the Lord. I have Jesus there. Help me out from all this. You know what I'm saying? But don't nobody around here know about demons, devils, and evil spirits. No nobody here. But I understand what you're saying. I can come to y'all. You know, I come to mom.
You said we don't know about it, but here's the thing, like, okay, so if you talk to mama, you know that I feel like she has a gift. I feel like I have a little bit of a gift. Like, it's not nothing we talk about really. So I'm not questioning the fact that you have a gift or not, because I think it's something that kind of runs through the family. I just think you're receiving it wrong, or not wrong, but like, it's, you know what I'm saying? The way it's coming to you is different than us. You know what I mean? Like, mine's come more like dreams and like, so I wanted to tell you about this dream that I had.
I'm here.
So I had this, so recently I have been asking God because like, it's kind of like, okay, I don't want to accept like these gifts or whatever, but I've been asking him to kind of show me and to see so that I can be comfortable, you know what I'm saying? To know like, you know, so I've been just asking him to kind of clarify for me so that I can be well in my life, you know? So I was having this dream and I was telling Mama how I was having this, I watch scary movies. So, you know, we all know, like I watch scary movies.
But anyway, go on.
So I watch scary movies. So I'm not attributing like my, you know, when dreams come out, like they don't come out, if you guys ever had like a vision or like something like that, they don't come out like exact. They come out like, you know, clues, like hints. It may be like a weird situation, but you know the dream is for you or whatever because it feels like deja vu or something like that. Okay, so I was having this dream and like it was a scary movie and like Mama, Grandma, and I think Corey was in the house and like I'm fighting to get to them and it's like these D's coming for me. I don't like to say their the names or whatever. And Mama them is there and they're like protect me, you know, like don't come in here. Like we're gonna protect you, you know, like don't, like we got this, you know, like, you know, they're prayed up, you know, they're like, don't come in here. And then like, but it wasn't like strong enough or whatever. So I'm like, you know, I'm coming, you know, like my mom. So like I'm like fighting to get through this house or whatever. And they grab me and they're like holding me down. And I'm like, I'm a child of God, you know, and the reason I was saying that is because I had a dream a few weeks earlier, and in the dream, I think I'm gonna have a baby. So I have my baby in my hand, and the thing comes out of the tent, right? And Corey is laying in the bed with me, and like it coming at me, and I couldn't speak. Like I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to say, like I'm, you know, the child of God, you know. So like the next time I had a dream, I was determined to be like, even in my dream, like I'm gonna speak, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna, like, my voice has to be heard, you know, like I'm a child of God and you cannot, you know what I'm saying, interrupt like my whatever, like I'm not afraid of you, you know, like I'm a child of God. So when they grab me in the house, as I'm coming through the house and Mom and them are like in this room, and you gotta remember it's 3 generations there. So, you know, like this God telling me like, you're protected, you know? And so as I'm coming through the house, like they're grabbing it and they're like, and they're trying to, in my mouth, you know, like get inside of me. And I at first I do this, like, you know, I do this on their heart, like I do this and they go away. Like I drew a cross on them and they, you know, I was strong enough, I drew a cross and they went away. And then, but this time it was stronger and then like, it wouldn't go away. So I said, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. And then I think I only heard myself say it once and I woke up out my dream. It's like I fell. It felt like I fell.
Lord have mercy.
It felt like I fell, like back in my chair or whatever. And this day, like me and Corey was watching movies on the couch. So Corey is sleeping right here on the couch and I'm on the chair. And she said that I said it in my dream 3 times. You know, and they went away and then, you know, and that was just the end of the dream. But, you know, I said that to tell you, like, even like in your dreams or like when you feel like, if you ask God, like, he will show you that like you're protected and like you have your angels and like the auntie is looking out for you. And like you have like these powerful people, you know what I'm saying? These powerful energies that are guiding you. You know, when he spoke to me, I'm only starting to like take it all in now, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm like asking my questions now, like, why didn't I speak to him more? And why didn't I ask him questions? And, you know, but like him coming to me is like, I guess my way of like being able to tell you guys now, like, God really is guiding us, you know what I'm saying? And we really are being watched and we really are being guided and we really aren't alone, you know what I'm saying? Like when he talked to me, I was overwhelmed. So I didn't tell anyone, you know what I'm saying? And I think I forgot about it because it like happened right before Corey got sick. So when Corey, not sick, you know, when Corey got diabetes, so I forgot about it in all my overwhelmness. He told me to stay with the man that I was with. He said, stick with him. And I was like, but he's mean. And he was like, but it's not going to be what you think. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't know, you know, I don't know. but God has also like showed me a dream when I was a child, and it happened when I was adult. You know what I'm saying? So I never really talked about my experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like with you, I remember like when we were younger, living in St. Louis, and you would just run out the room, you and Tony screaming, you know, saying the same thing. So it's not like this is something new.
No, that was nothing to do with no evil spirit, nothing like that. That was only because Tony scared me.
I thought they would run out and be like,
No, I told Tony to shut up, and he started screaming. I started screaming, and after that, Darby switched the boat.
it happened like 5 times.
Waking up screaming. And I was like, shut up. But I was in his face. I was like, shut up. He said, And he ran out the room, and I was running in place because I was scared. I didn't know where to go.
You put all this up in St. Louis. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But then y'all did it like 4.
Well, let me say
Yeah,
this.
crazy.
Always let me
So yeah, I just wanted to, I'm
saying-
gonna let's close it out. You can say whatever.
We'll close it out.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for being here, and hope that you guys do it to be more and like feel more comfortable. Like this was just so you guys can like know that it's like not harmful. It's about healing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna say nobody know about demons, spirits. I'm not gonna say that because Mama knows what I tell her because you know I'm the one that going through it. So I teach moms, and I also teach the church congregation on how to get this. So I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna say that for another 5 podcasts.
Yeah, when you're comfortable opening up. That's what I'm saying. You say you want to do
Go
it
ahead,
tonight.
boy. What would that say?
No, I'm just
Wait a
saying,
minute, before, hold on.
Oh, and I didn't say one.
Okay, and I want you to do, if you don't mind, I need you to give his story now
That's what this is for.
on a podcast, just you.
Yeah.
Okay, so he can,
But I wanted to be me and him, but I also wanted you guys to maybe come in on it because you guys need to tell your experiences, like as the mother, you know, as the sister. It was hella scary for me to watch, but you know, you're my closest brother. So anything you ever went through in life was like, it was happening to me too. You know, like I did not like see Dale, I'll jump on this appendix, mama. Like, I'm like, get up.
and that's why you guys are always called twins. Because you have this special bond, this special significance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but go ahead and finish. Say
Put the
what
ball
you wanna say
down.
and finish it out.
you know she can't erase to say.
oh, who cares?
Go ahead and
That's all my turn.
go ahead, Miss Floyd.
I'm closing.
Go ahead. Oh, so last night, right? Me and him got into it, right, Darby? And I realized, like, growing up, like the whole hand thing and like that, like I didn't realize like it would still trigger me. Like I feel like, you know, I thought I went to therapy and like stuff like that, but then like being like it just made me realize like to be like called a bitch and told I'm gonna be slapped, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then like I chose man like that like my whole life, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like you don't know that like the things you grew up with is like you're taking them on with you, and then you're kind of making the same choices based upon like experiences you had when you were younger, feeling like this is how things are supposed to be, or you're so used to like it being this way that when you get into it, it feels normal. Like it doesn't even feel like this is not supposed to happen, you know? So yeah, I just want to like the healing process. I just want everyone to know that it's not an overnight thing. Like it takes forever. It's like if you decide to make workout like part of your life, you know, it's like something you have to work at like consistently. And I feel like even like, okay, like even if I like have a bad day, like on my workout, like I don't just stop, you know, I get back up the next day. So it's like the same thing with like mental health. Like even if you have a hiccup, you know what I'm saying, or get angry or like whatever, like you have to come back and like be like, oh, maybe I got triggered, and try to figure your trigger out, you know what I'm saying? And try to like figure you out, because sometimes, you know, them triggers can be hit and you can take it out on the people closest to you. But if you don't understand it yourself, so that's what people know, like, don't be so hard on yourself when it doesn't happen overnight, because it's not going to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to close out. I forgot what I was about to say then. No, but I'm just saying, change constant.
Reprogramming your mind is the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life.
But let me try to, it's not a female, male thing. And trauma is not a male, female thing. You build on your experiences. But now you have to learn how to, this, what I want to say was, this groups are always supposed to be intimate. You say things in group you don't say to the world because you're talking to people who like their experiences. And I'm sure that, like you said, you all haven't shared what you shared here tonight with probably some of your closest friends or even your family. It was eye-opening to hear, for me to hear. And
Thank you, Mr. Floyd. If you're saying the process works. Go ahead, Ms. Floyd. I'm sorry. I thought you were finished.
I'm going to critique you. But you know, you had a good flow, man. Just glad out your question. Anyway, but you see what you got here. You got responses from everybody. We got tears in this group. And that's what you do, share. That's what a group is about, sharing. I didn't realize this is what it's gonna be about. You know.
I'm not cutting you off.
No,
but I
it's-
really need to go.
Yeah,
All right.
So I mean, I was close.
I was told now. It's done.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Bye. Always, man. G, hey man, I love you. You're a good woman.